Hey guys, check this out, the new 2023 Honda Pilot EXL trim. We're gonna be talking about some exterior, interior, and some specs about this exact car here in this video at Vagabond Builds. Now let's go ahead and show you guys this review. So as mentioned, we're gonna be talking about this exact 2023 Honda Pilot EXL trim, and we're gonna be going in depth about the exterior, interior, and specs on this exact car. But before we do, thanks for watching our channel here at Vagabond Builds. We got two buttons for you to press, and that's the like button. And if you do like our content and want to support us because it is not a sponsored video, please tap the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel. If you got something for us to film, here's our email. Email us and we could talk details later. And a special shout out and a thanks to AutoNation Honda here at the Roseville Auto Mall in Roseville, California for providing us this beautiful Pilot for this review. Now, we're gonna be talking about also the MSRP sticker, so keep watching so you guys get an idea of the price tag on this car. Now let's talk Honda Pilot. Now let's kick off this review of this new 2023 Honda Pilot, and let's talk about some specs on this exact engine. So they brought this from the old model, pretty much the 3.5 liter naturally aspirated engine. Now, of course, we got a lot of kickback in our other videos with regards to like the CRVs because Honda's bringing in the turbos, of course, because of our fierce leaders and the eco-friendly laws, they're bringing in the turbos. Now, I am a fan of the naturally aspirated. Reliability, I will say when I think Honda, but also reliability when I hear no turbo-induced engine, everybody. Comes with 285 horsepower, 267 foot-pounds of torque, and a little bit about the MPG. Is an 18 city, a 23 highway, and a 20 combined. 18.5 gallon gas tank, 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, up to about 5,000 pounds of towing capacity, of course, depending on which trim level you get and all that good stuff. Now, let's go ahead and shut the hood and talk new front end. Now, if you guys do want to see a comparison video of old body style next to a new body style, check out our video here at Vagabond Builds and all our other videos with regards to like installations and stuff, and save yourself some money if you're buying accessories using our coupon codes across our videos. Remember that. Now, front end. New headlight right off the bat, LED headlight. We left the lights on and the hazards so you guys get an idea of how the blinking system works with your parking marker integrated into the headlight itself. It is more sleek design. I would give it a more kind of classier look. They tell you, they pretty much say, you know, I've been hearing people say it kind of has a European touch on the outside, and I would have to agree with them. Now, who hates the European look? Personally, not me. I'm liking the fact that I feel like they cleaned up this front end and gave it a little bit more minimalist look on this front end. Chrome around, you will have different trim colors in different trims. For example, right under this, you get the Sport, goes the EXL, then it goes the Trail Sport, and then the Touring, and then the Elite. You will see black gloss grills. This here is a matte gray, kind of a matte darker gray look. Honda emblem, no camera integrated over the Honda emblem in the EXL trim. Bumper sensors are on that lower bumper cover with that kind of honeycomb lower bumper grill with that matte silver lower bumper trim. Fog lights are LED fog lights with your air vents shooting some air over to that wheel for like brake cooling and all that good stuff. Let's go over to this side, everybody. Now the side, you're running 18-inch Hankook Dyno Pro HP2s in that dual color with that gunmetal gray on the interior side, machine surfaced silver. All right, wheel well trims. Now the wheel well trims will look a little bit different depending on the trim levels. For example, if you go over to the next trim up, it is the Trail Sport, you will get a bigger wheel well trim around the wheel well. That's something to take into consideration. Coming over to the side itself. Now, if anybody wants to know, the length is about 200 inches, which gives it about 3 more inches over the old body style. The width is 79 inches and the height is 71 inches. Ground clearance is going to be about 7.8 inches. Now, that does range from the EXL over to the Trail Sport. The Trail Sport has a 1 inch extra on the ground clearance because it's more aggressive and for more of the off-road idea. The rocker panel trimmer on the lower parts of these doors in that matte silver, kind of matching that front end lower trim. Matte black plastic, kind of very nice, simple look on the side itself. I will say I feel like they cleaned it up, giving it a little more boxier shape rather than kind of curvy or rounded off shape. Side mirrors, a little bit different from the old body style. You get a shorter integrated signal lighting system, no camera on the EXL, and you get a blind spot assist system on this mirror. Keyless fob entry and keyless lock. Coming over to the rear, new redesigned rear end. Now, right off the bat, what pops out to the eye are these tail lights. Now, the signal lights are halogen, but you have LED tail lights, and the shape of them are different. Remember, they were coming in from the old one were coming in from the quarter panel, and then it kind of squishes down and then comes in over to the tailgate. But these kind of just keep that same bubble look with that piano black trim going across with the Pilot stamped. Now, this is something that we did not see in the older model. Honda emblem stamped right above that rear glass. We have the rear spoiler with a brake light integration. Dropping all the way down, bumper sensors integrated into that lower bumper cover. And where we're gonna be seeing some differences from the older model coming in over to this new redesign is here. That parking reflector is a little bit different shape, a little bit more exquisite, kind of simple, I would say sleeker look. That's my opinion. Matte black plastic with finishing off on that lower diffuser part in that matte hyper silver look to bring the sides together and the front, just making it feel like a wholesome car. Now let's go ahead and pop this automatic tailgate in the EXL. You got your camera right there with the camera washer nozzle. Now, it's about 18.7 cubic feet of space with the third row seat up. Now, if we were to drop both seats down, you get a full about 87 cubic feet if we were to drop the second row also. Okay, that's a full capacity, 87 cubic feet. Let's go ahead and pop this here and get a load of all this space. Now, depending on the trim, this is a deeper kind of box area or cubby room. Depending on the trim, like the Trail Sport, you will have just kind of a flat floor look to where this is a bi-level floor look, all right? That's something to take into consideration. Cubby room here on the left, 12 volt, 180 watt max inlet with some hooks and tie downs for things like bunging groceries down and things of that sort. You can also pull up these seats. Showing you guys that. And this. All right, now let's go ahead and shut this since we're pretty much done. You got a button right here and tap that automatic. Make sure that closes and nothing gets in the way because they're actually censored. So if they censor something in the way, the tailgate won't close. Now, before we enter the interior side of the car, I just want to mention to you guys one more thing, and then we're going to shoot over to the front side of this interior. The wheelbase, I forgot to mention the wheelbase, and that's about 113 inches from this rear wheel over to the front side wheel on this wheelbase, about 113 inches. Now, guys, we're done talking about the specs and exterior. Let's go ahead and talk interior. Now on the interior side of the 2023 Honda Pilot, get a load of the new redesigned look. Now, I know there's some kickback on the Honda line redesigned dashboards, but personally, I'm a fan of it. Now, you don't have that mesh aluminum that we get in like the CRV, the HRV, the Accord, or the Civic, but you got kind of that more simplistic look with that kind of matte silver and that 9-inch screen that just pops up from the old body style over to this new body style, now giving it more of a modern feel. The cluster is completely different from the old body style 22 over to the 23. That's a left-hand side digital cluster over to the right-hand side miles per hour manual tachometer. Steering wheel is in that leather wrap with the black stitching, and it's a tripod steering wheel, so it has kind of three, things or whatever you want to call them, supporting that middle of that steering wheel. Control units for your windshield wipers and your lighting, paddle shifting right behind that steering wheel. It is a manual control steering column. On the left-hand side of the steering column, you have a button with your automatic liftgate, traction control, which brings us over to the door panel. Door panel is that leather wrap feel with that kind of gray stitching, control units for the windows, unlock, locking, and something that changed from the older body style to the new body style is that they placed the control unit for your side mirrors along with the windows, to where the control unit for the side mirrors were here on the dashboard. Your 2 memory button seating for the door panel. Overall, but the cup holders and the placement of the cubbies are pretty much similar to the old body style. Now let's go ahead and shoot over to the 9-inch infotainment screen. Sensitive, it does react, very reactive, so it's not annoying or it doesn't lag. So thank you, Honda, for that. Now you do have like Apple Bluetooth audio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and all that good stuff, okay? Does not come with Nav Assist, so take that into consideration. Dropping down under that, dual climate controls with your heated seat buttons on the EXL in 2 different places than the old ones. The old ones were down here. The new ones are up here on the right and left of the dual climate control. USB-C, USB-A plug-in with some cubby room. Under that, wireless charging pad and some more personal pocket room. This center console is completely different from the old one. Why do I say that? Is because instead of a lid, you had just kind of slide cover on the 2022 body style, to where here you have a simple cubby room with no plugins. All your plugins are up here in the front. Cup holders, nice, big and wide. Shout out to Honda for their cup holders, because I was always a fan of their cup holders. Nice and big, because us Americans, we love our drinks. Toggle switch, kind of similar from the old one, and the drive modes. You get 4 drive modes in this, and that is going to be normal, econ, snow, and tow. Now that will range, because if you go over to the, oh, and sport, sorry. So 5. If you go over to the trail sport, you get 2 extra for like, I believe it was sand and rock, if I'm not mistaken. Parking button and brake hold. Up top on the EXL, no sunroof or glass. That will range depending on the trim level you get. Your lighting, you got your kind of true light LED lighting on the EXL trim, everybody. Now let's go ahead and shut that. In front of that passenger seat, new design, kind of bulky look coming in. I'm a fan of these seats rather than those kind of slightly old, boring seats. But these, they kind of put some more design in there, giving some more character to the front side of the seats, and 2nd row and 3rd row. Here's your glove compartment and cubby room right over that glove compartment. Now we're pretty much done with the front side of this interior. Let's go ahead and talk 2nd and 3rd row seating. So 2nd row seating, we see that there's captain chairs. Now you do have the option of getting captain chairs or the bench. They still have the same look coming in over from the front to the back. The way you control these seats, levers on the right and left, and you can control that backrest, or you have a button to bunny hop these seats forward. All right, so you have that button here on the right and the left, and a button for the 3rd row seating, so the people who are in the back also have a button right near your shoulder to press that, bunny hop the seat forward, and get out. Now I'm about 6 feet 2 inches, everybody. For legroom and head clearance, it is there. You're not going to be worrying about the leg clearance or the head clearance. More than enough, especially if you have a shorter person sitting in the driver's seat, a whole lot. So long road trip car, check. On the door panels, you have a sun visor if the sun is irritating you and you want to block that out. Cup holders, and pretty much the same similar look coming over from the front to the 2nd door. In front of us, pockets on both sides of the seats. On both sides of the car. Tri-zone climate control with your USB-A plugins, all right? Aisle way to get to that 3rd row seating, which we're going to do right now, and leave this seat kind of in that standard position. I'm gonna press that button to bunny hop this seat forward. Remember, 6 feet 2 inches. Now, shout out to Honda, because a lot of manufacturers, honestly, will simplify their back seats so much that it'll look boring back here. But Honda kept that same kind of insert, that cloth insert on that 3rd row seating, and that same kind of rich feel coming in over all the way from the front to the back. To the right and the left-hand side of the 3rd row seating, you get cup holders with your USB-A plugins and your little vents, so your animals or anybody back here getting some air. All right, some more tie downs to the right and the left once these bench seats are down and you want to bungee things down like groceries. Now guys, the MSRP sticker on this exact car is about $44,050. Now, of course, what the dealer markups are, I don't know. So any comments, questions, concerns, leave in the comment section below. We try to get back to you guys as best as possible. We thank you guys so much for watching our channel here at Vagabond Builds. Stay tuned. We got more cool things coming. Thanks guys, and God bless you.